Hi everyone. In crystal physics, we are going to see unit cell parameters. There are four unit cell parameters. Number one, N. N denotes number of atoms per unit cell. The other name is effective number. And number two is R, that is atomic radius, the radius of the atom. The third one is coordination number or C number. The fourth one is atomic packing factor or APF. The other name is packing fraction or packing density or density of packing. Now, the definition for number of atoms per unit cell or effective number is the total number of atoms present in the unit cell or shared by the unit cell. It is called as number of atoms per unit cell. That is, N is equal to the total number of atoms present in the unit cell or shared by the unit cell. Atomic radius can be defined as half of the distance between any two nearest neighboring atoms which have direct contact with each other. Thus, if it is a simple cubic crystal structure, let us consider only one face. Two corner atoms I am going to draw. These two atoms are in direct contact with each other. Now, let A be the side of the cube. From the center of the atom 1 towards its circumference, it is called as a radius. Similar way, in the atom 2, the radius is considered as r. Therefore, A is equal to 2r or r is equal to A by 2. Here, A is called as the nearest neighboring distance, the distance between the center of the two nearest neighbors. So, atomic radius is A by 2. That is half of the nearest neighboring distance. The nearest neighboring atoms should have direct contact with each other. Then C number or coordination number. It can be defined as the number of nearest neighboring atom surrounding a particular atom. For example, if I am going to consider a body-centered unit cell in a cubic crystal structure, consider the body-centered unit cell. Here, the BCC consists of 8 corner atoms and one body-centered atom. Here, the nearest neighbors of this particular atom should be equidistant from one another. So, this is at the center of the unit cell. Then, all the other 8 corner atoms are equidistant from the body-centered atom. Therefore, the coordination number for BCC is 8. So, it is an example. So, the definition for coordination number or C number is the total number of nearest neighboring distance to a particular atom. So, the number of atoms, here 8 atoms are there. In generalized form, the total number of nearest neighboring atom to a particular atom. Then, atomic packing factor or APF. Atomic packing factor. It is a ratio between volume occupied by the total number of atoms in the unit cell to the total volume of the unit cell. In one particular unit cell, how many number of atoms are present? Then originally it denotes n value. Then volume of one atom. It is called the volume occupied by total number of atoms in the unit cell. That is atomic packing fraction. In what way the atoms are packed in the unit cell, the packing density of that particular unit cell. So V denotes, if it is a cube, we know that A is the side of the cube. Therefore, A into A into A gives you the volume of the cubical unit cell. Therefore, the denominator is very clear, total volume of the unit cell. Whereas in the numerator, the volume of atoms occupied in that unit cell. So, the numerator depends on two values or two parameters. One is n, that is total number of atoms present in the unit cell or shared by an unit cell, that n value of that particular unit cell, into the volume of one atom. So if it is a simple cubic crystal structure, then n value will be 1. Therefore, 1 into the volume of the atom, it will be common for all the atoms, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So here APF has a formula, the ratio of small v by capital V. Small v denotes the volume occupied by total number of atoms in the unit cell divided by, that is into volume of one atom divided by volume of that particular unit cell.